Hello again. Welcome to the start of our second week down here in Goodwood House. Now, so far, Dennis Taylor and Joe Johnson, both former world champions, have made the semi-finals. Today, we've got our third quarter-final. That's Graham Miles versus the Canadian Cliff Thorburn. Now, if you're a snooker fan, and I'm glad to say that millions are, you'd have burnt a few drops of the midnight oil in the company of Mr. Thorburn. He doesn't exactly run for a bus.
Hi, I'm the original grinder, Cliff Thorburn.
Unlike his rivals here, Cliff came into snooker via the very different world of pool.
One day I heard this very strange sound, like a clicking, type of noise, and it was down the stairwell, you see, so I sort of crept down the stairs, and I looked around the corner, and there was a fellow there that he banked the 8-ball in the side pocket, you see, and the smoke and everything. It was rising. It was sort of like very, very sort of hazy. And the fellow banked the 8-ball on the side, and this big groan went up, and about, well, I guess at the time it probably seemed, like 12 guys, but about 4 or 5 guys, they groaned, right, and all stood up and all threw this money on the table. And that was so exciting, like, to see. Then I had a great 4 or 5 years in my life where I traveled across Canada and hit almost every single pool room. These guys must have been sick of me after about 5 years.
But his snooker opponents in Britain weren't too happy with him when the Canadian imports started taking the money off them in major events like the Masters. Before long, he was after the ultimate prize with confidence.
I remember playing in the Benson Hedges in January, and they did an interview with me about the World Championships in 1980, in April, of course. And the interviewer said, well, Eddie Charlton said, that he's going to be the first overseas player, that's going to win the championships. So that's sort of, well, I mean, I was actually playing quite well then, and I said, no, I'm going to be the first one.
It wasn't an idle boast. Cliff reached the world final. To win the famous trophy, he had to beat Alex Higgins.
What really sort of spurred me on was, as I left the arena, Alex Higgins had a couple of his friends in the front row with, Alex, this and that, I love Alex, the greatest, and all that stuff. And as I left the arena, you see, well, to go and wash my hands, I just, have a small talk to myself. This fellow said, Alex, you've got him, he's gone to throw up, And of course I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to throw up. And I went back to my dressing room, and just washed my hands. I just screamed at myself in the mirror. I mean, I've never actually done that since, and but I was just almost like totally possessed.
Well, the build-up worked. Until now, Cliff had gone through agonies at the table, missing, just now and then, the simple ones when they mattered. This time, it was Mr. Cool, after Higgins had clawed back to 16 all.
I guess it sort of, it sounds a bit sort of far out, but it was almost, like I was every spectator, and, like, that whole thing was me. It's like I was watching myself, from over there, and, I mean, I was just totally, in the zone, or, and I've been trying to get it back for 16 years.
So he's here, third quarter final. Graham Miles, his opponent.
Very well.
What's this grinder stuff?
Yeah.
I won the toss apparently, did I?
Correct, correct.
I'm going to have the extra shot, Cliff.
Okay.
Graham Miles to break.
Correct.
The break-off shot from the 1974 world runner-up Graham Miles, but not a terribly good one, offering an immediate opportunity to the 1980 world champion, Cliff Thorburn.
1. Four.
Yes, a familiar and all-time favourite overseas face there, Cliff Thorburn.
5.
And although he's off the circuit, Cliff still plays to a pretty useful standard. He joined Jim White and Elaine Robidoux to play for Canada in the World Cup in November, and they reached the quarter-finals, where they gave Scotland a run for their money. Scotland the ultimate winners.
12.
Cliff spends a great deal of his time playing all sorts of exhibition engagements, shop openings and so forth for a Canadian Q company called Dufferin. Does quite a lot of corporate work. And one way or another keeps his game in decent shape.
I think he's also opening his own club in Toronto very shortly, Clive.
Yes, that's been in the pipeline for quite a while, Ted, but Cliff never does things in a hurry.
So I've noticed.
Red.
Correct.
That was a very good shot indeed.
21.
Having to use the spider. I'm sure Cliff Thorburn could play with some success still on the circuit, but his ranking dropped very low after a very lean spell, and he just couldn't face the necessary qualifying competitions at Blackpool.
Cliff Thorburn, 21. In your own time.
That was
Graham.
fast for me. I was flying there.
One.
Well, black was easier, but pink offered better position.
Seven.
Well, well, well.
Graham Miles, 7.
That's what happens if players lose competitive edge. They just lose concentration on shots they used to be able to take for granted.
I'm very good at these.
Yes, he can take this one for granted.
One.
Thank you, yes, go on. Lovely.
He's certainly got the crowd going with him, as Graham.
Eight. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Well, that makes a change.
Could have done with a bit more power to open that cluster of balls a bit more.
It's a good one.
Nine.
Now you'll see the peculiar cue action of Graham. He gets the chin right over the cue.
13. $20. 21.
One's expectations of players change. 20 years ago, I'd have said, well, Graham Miles should win this frame from here. But I don't feel confident in saying that now.
$27. 28.
When you've been away from competition, a lot of straightforward shots elude you that used not to.
Graham Miles, 28.
Of which that was one.
One.
One of snooker's nicest characters is Cliff Thorburn, married to Barbie, and he was telling me his son, who's
7.
now 17, is taller than he is, and he's 6'2".
Eight.
Yes, mention of his family, Ted, brings up another reason why Cliff Thorburn isn't quite so keen as he used to be to spend long periods in Britain. He really does enjoy
Cliff Thorburn.
his life with his family and friends in Toronto. And he wouldn't have enjoyed missing that pink just. Noticeable that whenever Graham Miles has to play with extra power, he loses accuracy.
One.
Don't ever change, Graham.
And what about that?
3.
Yes, it's a funny old mixture, isn't it, Ted? You get quality shots and elementary mistakes following in quick succession.
4.
Oh, another lovely kiss, my word.
7.
And this is a great chance to win the frame.
8.
Already 13 in front, and a chance to go into the semi-finals in pursuit of that trophy.
That's the new one from Henderson's. And of course the other is the original pot black that we brought about in 1969.
17.
There it is. Is the brown going to disappear?
Graham Miles, 17.
Which puts him 23 in front with only 22 on the table.
Is that 20? 23?
29.52.
I know that.
Yeah, 23 the diff.
You know, well, I don't know how they make this place go. You know, this beautiful snooker club here with only one table. Nice spot. Nice spot.
Four.
Good, I can start grinding now. This is.
Good try.
4.
I wasn't trying to snook you there. I don't want these shots now.
All right.
Kept the blue out and almost got the cue ball behind the pink.
Wasn't even close, that one.
Great shot. And it's not going to be easy to hit either.
That's enough.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh boy. Thought I
Touch
had
of the
him there.
Max Wall about Graham, I think.
Done that a few times, haven't you?
There's the cue action of the Canadian.
Oh yeah. Not today.
Can you claim this white, please, Mr. Referee?
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Just pop the white.
There's a hair on here, do I?
Tiggy devil said there's a hair on it, look.
Well, it was on its way, but didn't have the legs.
Yeah, a little bit more porridge.
That would have been a good pot, eh?
Well, he certainly didn't intend it. But Graham Miles intended that, and the disappearance of the blue gives him all the extra insurance he's going to need.
I need him.
Graham Miles. 5.
24 in front, 13 on the table.
Something very nice has to happen there. Shocker.
And that rounds off Graham Miles's victory.
I thought what changed the game was getting the fluke on the red into the green pocket, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was a green, I forget.
Yeah, because I've been practicing these flukes for some time now. Just confuses the average players like Kendry and Jimmy White and all those.
Obviously, I would have hoped to, have even won the thing, let alone beat Graham, I mean, all of us think, that we've got a chance to win it, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and,
it was my turn
played
to
with
win
good
though,
spirits.
Cliff. My turn to win though, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
well, you've won pot black a couple of times,
Yeah,
and, but I am younger than you by a lot.
A lot. A lot. There we go.
So Miles marches on the semi-finals. Graham won pot black at his first try. So how about a double in his first seniors? Griffiths or Reardon might have something to say about that. Whatever Thorburn does, the day of the 147 will still be the page of snooker history.